Welcome to the daily insights that matter. The Indian stock market is a roller coaster of excitement and anticipation, and there's no better indicator of its direction than the corporate earnings. With the ongoing earnings season, investors and analysts alike are eagerly waiting to see how Q4 results are panning out for some of India's top corporations. In Q3, we saw how financial services and the auto sector were the stars of the show, driving healthy corporate earnings despite a few headwinds. However, the commodity space didn't fare as well, with muted profitability in metals and oil and gas domains. But now, the early Q4 results of a sample of 70 companies are in, and they're showing a promising pickup in earnings growth despite a slowdown in revenue growth. How is this possible, you ask? Well, it's all thanks to a decline in input costs and lower provisioning for bad loans by banks. However, it's important to note that these profit and margin gains were accrued only to a handful of companies. One big player that influenced the aggregate numbers was none other than Reliance Industries, India's largest company by revenue and market cap. Reliance contributed a whopping 48.9% and 33.2% in revenue and net profit respectively in the sample, making it a major player in the Q4 earnings game. And it's not just Reliance, banks and finance companies also played a big role in influencing the overall performance of the sample. In the coming weeks, more companies across sectors including automobiles, banking, cement, healthcare will declare the numbers. As the data starts to roll in, we'll be able to establish a clear trend in the overall performance of these companies. But for now, we can already see some interesting patterns emerging from the sample size. Despite a moderation in top-line growth, operating profitability remains stable with double-digit net profit growth. The Ministry of Corporate Affairs has taken a significant step towards bringing transparency and accountability to the business operations of companies. In a move to reduce the chances of manipulation in the books of accounts, the MCA has made it mandatory for all companies, big or small, to implement an audit trail feature in their accounting software. So what is an audit trail? An audit trail is a detailed step-by-step record that documents the history of all transactions, including financial, operational, and administrative tasks that can be traced back to their source. It verifies the nature of transaction and any changes made in case a need arises in the future. From the start of this fiscal year, every company, big or small, will have to use an accounting software that has a feature of recording an audit trail of each and every transaction and at the same time record an edit log along with the date when such change was made. The government has been ramping up requirements for financial transparency and improving company governance after a series of manipulation in accounts and failures by large corporations. The inclusion of this new feature will bring about a more compliant financial reporting framework and will help verify the authenticity of financial transactions. Additionally, companies will have to maintain the audit trail for 8 years, which would lead to increased transparency, but also at the same time huge costs for small firms for software upgradation, database and storage facilities. So what does all of these news mean for you? While the early Q4 results of some of India's corporations have shown a pickup in the earnings growth, but the gains were accrued only to a handful of companies. As the sample size is small, we cannot establish a clear trend yet. This will have an indirect positive impact on you. The audit trail feature will make it easier to find financial irregularities, bringing about transparency and accountability in business operations. Maintaining a detailed record of all transactions would help all stakeholders involved identify the source of financial irregularities. This will have an indirect positive impact on you. While I say this is me, Rahul Hassan, signing off. Have a great day and stay safe.
Did you like watching this video? Then download our app Informed Investor to watch more such informative and interesting videos.